Hello and welcome to another episode of the Academy. On today's episode, I have a very interesting guest with me. It's the co-founder of Wilson's Juice, Mr. Seyi Abolaji. It's great to have you with us on the Academy.
It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, so could you share with us about Wilson's Juice as well as how it was founded?
Wilson's was founded on a very simple premise. We were trying to find fresh squeezed orange juice.
Okay.
And the things people were calling juice, we beg to differ. So we couldn't find real orange juice.
Okay.
So we decided, I used to play professional football, soccer.
Okay.
My brother was playing basketball at university. And we wanted to keep fit, maintain a healthy lifestyle. And it was hard to do this with the hectic pace and everything going on here. So a simple thing like orange juice we couldn't find. So we just saw that little opportunity. So we started with about 2,000 naira, a plastic juicer, and a bag of oranges. And we're not far from Covenant University here. So we rented a little kiosk there. We couldn't pay for our first month's rent, so they let us pay at the end of the month. So with about 2,000 naira, started fresh squeezed juices and smoothies.
But when did it start? When did Wilson's Juice start?
Well, so Wilson's Juice is a bit of a funny story. Wilson's Juice was registered March 2015.
That
right?
was
just a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago. But we started the company really in 2009, 2010.
Okay.
So you see on all our things, we say established 2010. So when we said we established this company, we established the day that we decided to put the juice in a bottle.
Okay.
That was our founding date. Whatever we called it then, I don't know what we called it, like flourish juice or awesome juice or something, I don't know. But so we were doing this lemonade in the cup.
Okay.
So I was based here. My brother would be coming in and out from the U.S.
Okay.
And one evening he saw us, the students on campus. Our table was maybe a little bit bigger than the space we had. Maybe about 50, 60 students just shoving money in our faces. That's my cup of lemonade. He just saw the rush and he was like, hey, what are you guys doing? At the end of the night, we felt good, counting money. And he was like, there's a better way to do this. Why don't I just put this thing in a bottle and I just cut out a little bit of the stress. So that night we went around, we picked up old bottles on the floor. We went home, we washed them. They were clean.
So they're very clean.
We washed them and then we put our lemonade in a bottle.
Okay.
And the next day we sold 2 bottles of lemonade. And everybody working with us at the time was saying, no, just nobody wants them in the bottles, doesn't do this. But that's when our eyes really opened to, wow, this could really be a big business. This could really be a big business.
All right, so it's been from 2010 till now, about 5 years. Yeah,
5 years now.
And have there been any challenges you've encountered and how have you been able to overcome them?
Challenges, up until this morning, there's always challenges. There's always challenges. I think the overcoming them is just a mind frame. So very, very early on, I'm not sure what our parents did to us.
Okay.
That actually, I am pretty sure. So we moved to the U.S. when we were really, really young.
Okay.
And at that time, racism was just, it is pretty much still rampant, but it was even more so back then. And, we'd come back from school and we'd be able to say, the teacher doesn't like me, or this one, that one. And mom and dad always said, and so, right? That's no excuse not to excel. And what they, inculcated us from a very young age was, because you're different, that means you're gonna have to work twice as hard to even have a chance to catch up. And then you're gonna have to even put in more work to be able to excel. And, so we were always, we're straight A students, top of our class, from maybe the second year when we went to the US. The first year we were trying to give mom and dad excuses, and they just made it very clear that they wouldn't accept any excuses. And so that thing with school is the same thing we applied to sports. It's the same thing we applied to this business. That, even before we came back, everybody was telling us how I came to visit and it's like, sorry. And everybody our age, all our cohorts, just kept on saying sorry. Like the light, sorry, police, sorry, this, sorry. And I think it's from how my parents, brought us up that when they were saying sorry, that was like excuse. And in my head, I was fighting back, just instinctively against, okay, there's no excuse. And so then I was seeing, wow, all these sorries means there's great opportunities. All these sorries means there's great opportunities. And so how have you been able to overcome all these challenges? We have no option but to overcome. That's just a mindset we've had. So with 2,000 naira, we weren't supposed to be here today. I think there's maybe 20 something people in the factory now. We have a sales team out. We directly employ over 30 people now.
Wow.
We have no bank loans,
Wow.
nothing like this. And it was just 2,000 naira seed that, they didn't want to rent the place to us. So we could have said, oh, good excuse to go do something else. But again, there's something mentally that says you set a goal and then you just have to achieve it. You'll find whatever way you go, over, under, around, anything legal, but you got to achieve your goal. So obvious challenges were capital. But so I'll tell you a story. So we were doing this in Covenant University, and we're not shy about drawing out mentors. We actively seek mentors. Actively. We're very proactive on what do we need to learn, who knows how to do it. Let's go find somebody who knows how to do it better, and they would have to counsel us. So I sought out a mentor that's very close to us. Her name is Baker. She has a nice company, does a lot of beverages.
Okay.
And she kept on encouraging us to go get NAFDAC. So we were doing it just on university campus. And she was, go get NAFDAC, it's a great product. And we were a little concerned. We've heard stories about NAFDAC. But anyway, so we persisted. And right before we did it, we had the opportunity to go to Coca-Cola, the factory. And we were able to visit the premises and walk around. And I remember asking from the production manager, QC, plant manager, guys on the line, ladies around there, wow, if you wanted to do something like this, how would you do it?
Exactly.
I studied history and philosophy. My brother has a doctorate in pharmacology. He's a PharmD. So none of us really studied business or production for that matter. So I was asking, how would you do this? And every single one of them, from the lowest cadre to the guy running the thing, all mentioned, you need 100 million naira for this machine. Or you need 150, or you need 50, or you need 50, just crazy numbers at that time to us. They were very crazy numbers. And again, instead of like being discouraged, I was so excited when I left because I was thinking, wow, the smartest people, the people that know this thing, aren't my competition. They aren't my competition. And so Google, we Googled, preservation, how do you do this, juicing, blah, blah. And then we read, if you look at I've been in Nigeria 7 years now.
Okay.
I'm sure I've spent less than 100,000 on clothes in the last 7 years. Okay. Easily, I would have spent over 2 or 3 million on books. Okay. Easily. So between Google, books, and actively seeking mentors, we've been able to meet many, many challenges.
Yes.
I wouldn't say we've come over all of them because we have much larger ambitions than where we are today. But by God's grace and these people that we've pulled close to us and being willing to research on our own, we've been able to overcome many of the challenges.
Wow. I must say, I'm personally been enlightened on the experiences you've had. But now, looking at branding and packaging, I noticed that you switched at some point because I came across Wilson's Juice. I think it was 2011. I went for Camp David City, and you said, "Okay,
Camp David.
Yes.
Okay."
And then I went, "Okay, this is actually something very unique." And then some years down, I'm looking at it and the all different package. What do you have to say concerning packaging, branding, in terms of agricultural produce?
It's wonderful. We believed we were a manufacturing company before. And we love to manufacture because we get to employ people. And by the nature of, I guess, my personality, my brothers as well, we like to feel. We're not scared of work.
Okay.
And our background lends us more to physical, like real tangible products as opposed to online type things. So when we first started, we were thinking, oh, great product will sell itself. And no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Because before anybody consumes the great product, they have to be able to see it, be attracted to it, and reach out for it. And this is a very, very fundamental lesson that we learned. We care deeply about what's inside. We need to care as much about how it's presented. So if you look at this is how it was before. I'm not sure if you see that in the background. That's what it was before. And then today, this is what it is. So, you know, when people were telling us, we've kind of gone against the grain with a lot of things. People were telling us Nigerians don't read. But we read copiously. I read. And I believe any product, anything should reflect the spirit behind this product came from individuals. It should reflect that. So we put stories on the back of our products. One, none of us are necessarily suit and tie guys. None of us are really, really flashy. Neither of us are really, really flashy. So we didn't want a product that was just loud and screaming and almost distracting. So we wanted something very simple, very elegant, but also could attract people's eyes. So we went from our original packaging, which was, this is who we are, you're gonna like us or not, to a packaging that says, this is who we are, how we're gonna communicate to you to like us, right? So one was very much from the outside in and projecting out, what we think about and how we think about marketing and packaging. Now it's definitely from the inside out. So the spirit has to still be who we are, still very authentic, very natural, very real, very pure, and earthy, natural. But natural doesn't mean dull, doesn't mean bland. It could also be very sexy, very attractive. So that's what we try to do. Simple, elegant, natural, and very attractive. So my brother's, I'm more of the operations guy, nuts and bolts. My brother's definitely very like the creative guy. He taught himself how to play musical instruments. He knows how to draw, and he's just very, very creative. So he came up with the design. So I was able to say it should be smaller, bigger, but how it looks, how it feels, that was him. So marketing, packaging, especially when it comes to agricultural products, I think many people that are doing agricultural products are so focused on the product that they forget, like we did when we first started, that no, somebody needs to see, and reach out for the product. It doesn't matter how good it is, or it does matter, but they first need to pick it up. So making it attractive enough to pick up.